Whoa, 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 in Cincinnati, Ohio, we're getting close to the Rumble where 30 men and 30 women will compete to see who goes to Mania 39 in LA. It's been nice knowing you folks because the producer probably isn't going to let me live much after this review. Anyway, I'm John Renton with my review, WWE Raw, with the producer. Look, people love you. Anyway, it's from Cincinnati, Ohio. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. He hates me. He's going to make a lot of noise. So get ready for cat noise. I hate the Raw theme. I absolutely hate it. As for this show, there were moments that I didn't mind, but a lot of this show felt really, really bland. Methinks there's a little bit of turmoil with Vince McMahon being the executive chairman and trying to do the sale and doing all this weird stuff, and methinks he's going to try to get his finger in Triple H's creative pie. Anyway, so yeah, let's go on with that. So, the Bloodline shows up. Well, the Usos and Solo. There's no Sammy yet. Actually, there's no Sammy at all. See, even the producer is disappointed by the fact Sammy Uso wasn't there. So, there's going to be an acknowledgement ceremony on Raw 30 next week. Raw XXX. Raw Triple X. X gonna give it to you. X. Boy, if anybody remembers that theme, you're a diehard NWA TNA/TNA fan, back when they had ratings. So, every generation of the Bloodline is going to be there to acknowledge a chief. Every generation? Is it possible that Rock the Dwayne Johnson will show up, that Dwayne's Rock Hard Johnson will pound the city of brotherly love? Probably not. I mean, then again, Philly's always received The Rock well. Just like the 2015 where he looked really hurt, confused, and pissed. Anyway, so they do that, and then the Judgment Day show up because we're getting, I believe, Balor and Priest against the Usos next week. Please don't let Dominic be in that title. I have a feeling they're going to have Dominic in that match, and it's going to be terrible. Get Rhea on her own, please. Send Rhea on her own, down the only road she's ever known. And like the drifter, she's born to walk alone, I guess is how it is. So anyway, I like Rhea, and I know some people like this Judgment Day stuff. This stuff with Dominic has to be a rib at this point. They said XCOM Dom. And it's funny that Dominic was talking to the Usos about jail time. I mean, that right there is just ribbing on the goddamn square. Ribbing us so much on the square that even the producer has to chime in. So I'm going to go get him again because this segment was annoying me. So you're going to come over here because somebody wants to talk to you. See, he didn't even like this because he was sitting here watching this segment. You didn't even enjoy this. Don't you get upset at me. It wasn't my fault. Anyway, Dominic was trying to do all the jail stuff, and you don't know what it's like on the inside. Again, this has to be a rib at this point. I assume this is meant to be funny, but it's not funny. I love Rhea, and the Usos and Solo work well together, obviously, because they're blood. That makes sense. But, that being said, once they kept doing the XCOM Dom thing, and Dominic kept talking, I'm like, I want this company sold now. Who do you want the company sold to? Chewy.com cannot fund WWE, sir. They can't. I keep telling you this. I tell you this. Cat claws really hurt digging into your cheek, folks. Okay, fine. Jeez. Just lay down a bit. You'll get a treat here in a minute. Anyway, so let's just move on from that. So yeah, then everybody just starts brawling, and then Ali comes out because he's going to be facing Solo Sikoa next. Literally, that's what they had happen. Ali just appeared from nowhere, literally just dropped out of a helicopter in Grenada. Anybody that's a old WCW fan will get that. But anyway, it's Ali versus Solo. Why did they smash cut to a Ali promo earlier today? Who formatted this show? Anyway, like, Owen shows up and him and the Usos, they get in a bit of a fracas, and then we get a Samoan Spike 1, 2, 3. Ali is basically toast. I'm not saying Solo should have lost, But Ali at this point, they're just letting him write out his contract before they let him go. I cannot see them using him. I thought maybe there was a glimmer of hope they would have him beat Theory for the U.S. Championship at Mania. It ain't goddamn happening. Unless they have him beat him for the championship, say, at Elimination Chamber, and Theory faces Cena in a passing of the torch match. Please don't have it be Logan Paul. You know, the pig abandoner and the guy that filmed the dead body in the Japanese forest, and I will never forget that. But anyway, then Owens hits a stunner on Solo. So basically the bottom line is this thing was a whole goddamn mess. And then then we get another melee. We get more melee. We get a chair to Jimmy's head. So then we get more fracas stuff. Security comes out and we get a break. And then Lashley is all focused. He's so fucking focused. Oh no! And then we get another Cody update. He is going to be back at the Rumble. And he announced it on Martin Luther King Day. Makes sense since he ended racism when he defeated Anthony Monster Go-Go about almost 2 years ago. God, it was almost 2 years ago. Too much brandy on my television. Look, I know she's Cody's wife, because if you didn't know that, they had a fancy graphic and everything, and I'm happy for them, and I hope that she can do whatever she wants to do, just stay the hell away from a wrestling program. Byron is backstage with Elias, and then Elias wants in the Rumble. MVP says, you don't have to worry about that, don't anger Pierce, the 2023 Rumble winner is already decided. You're going to face him next, or later. Then the Profits took on Cedric and Shelton on Martin Luther King Day. This match felt like a hate crime. It felt like Hulk Hogan booked it. MVP shows up to watch because they're going to get the Hurt Business back together. Maybe, kind of, sort of. I don't really think they're going to get the Hurt Business back together. At least not anytime soon. There was a miscue with MVP trying to get Cedric out of the corner, so Dawkins just sold it anyway. This show was snakebit. But the most devastating maneuver in all of sports entertainment, professional wrestling, no surprise, roll up 1, 2, 3. Yeah, again, this match felt like, why couldn't you just have given both of these teams quality wins in shorter matches against other teams? So anyway, Kathy Kelly, my goodness, with Judgment Day, Alpha Academy interrupts, and this was an attempted comedy, I think, but Gable at this point must either be right now his contract or just like, I'm going to be a goof because I'm getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to do it. And you know what? Good for him. Becky is in the crowd. My goodness, Becky. Becky and Bayley here sporting that leather and looking tremendous and cutting great promos, bringing up their past 2015 when Bayley was taking over NXT while Becky ran off to the main roster with the other horsewomen and all this good history and everything. This was a really good promo. Good set of promos. Good stuff. Very good stuff. I encourage people to check out this particular segment because this was one of the few highlights of Raw. She kept calling her a Karen, by the way. Becky kept calling her and said, hey, how about a steel cage match next week? Okay, cool. Nobody ever interferes in a steel cage match. But you know what, though? Good. This actually was something good. And Ollie is pissed at Dolph still, and then Ollie hit him from behind. I think tried to donkey punch him, but failed at that too. You're welcome for that. I'm a go hard. And that's, now Ollie's theme will forever be tainted. And boy, do I mean taint. Not Edward James Olmos coming back, taking on Elias. For who? For why? Almost stopped Elias from swinging his black instrument, saying, my black instrument is the only one that's going to be on Raw. And there we go. See, even the producer's upset by the fact that Edward James Olmos is here. So upset that he wants to go out and kill. But Olmos wins. No one cared. No one cared. No one cared about this. The guy is trying, but good guy. He's like dressed like the super giant ninja that the Yeti became after they realized the Yeti didn't work. So then, Pierce is talking about Raw 30 and the main event, and Tozawa wants a match to be in the Rumble. They've had worse people in the Rumble. Why not put Tozawa in it? He's not going to be in it because they're going to be scraping up pieces of him off the mat later. So Judgment Day, Priest and Dominic with Rhea and Finn against Alpha Academy. Could Gable have just laid down and saved time? Because, boy, this certainly would have saved time. We wouldn't have to put up with Corey Graves' abysmal commentary. Corey Graves is not a good commentator at all. Dominic pins Gable. Just, God, when can Gable leave? When can he go somewhere and be featured properly? For comparable money somewhere, please. Just let him wrestle. Let him do stuff. I'm sorry. It's just other people like I don't. This stuff with Dominic is bad television. So WWE honored Martin Luther King Jr. with a video package. Hey, remember what the Ultimate Warrior said about Martin Luther King Jr.? Check out that stuff. Google it. Google Ultimate Warrior Martin Luther King Jr. You will see text of making you feel like you want to hold a metal object to your head. Or basically say like me, and if you're like me, and I know I am, fuck the Ultimate Warrior, I'm glad he's dead. I hope Dana cries herself to sleep every single night, being the conservative twat that she is. You don't like it? I don't care. So anyway, I need EO to kick me until I'm unconscious. Shut up. I don't have issues. You have issues. Mia Yim, the me Chim thing is stupid. Chin, whatever. With Candace, she's taking on EO with Dakota. Bailey says, I don't want to be here. I'm taking my sweet ass in my pants and going home. The crowd went mild. Good God, they went mild. Both these women can work, and they did. They did some good stuff. And then we got a melee. Candace trying to display a personality. That was adorable. Eat, defeat, 1, 2, 3. It's at this point that the women's tag team titles just don't matter. That much is clear. Nikki, by the way, was watching during the melee. Candace is here. She disturbed me. Nah. Then we get the Rumble card rundown. By the way, the 30-man Royal Rumble match, I only know that one female cop will be able to take all 30 of those men. Because she sure like trains. No, I'm not going to stop making fun of that. Because you know what? Her and the cops that were involved all deserve to be made fun of. You know why? Because it's funny. It's funny. Took the law into her own hands. Both of them. Bianca shows up to talk to everybody. This feud with Alexa, I wonder how good of a magician is Bianca. If the following segment is anything to go by, she might want to take up a new trade. And I like Bianca. Bianca's been a tremendous Raw Women's Champion. She was a tremendous SmackDown Women's Champion. She's great. She's really, really good. Actually, no, it was a Raw Women's Champion. She wasn't SmackDown because she beat Sasha Ford. The whole point is, Bianca's been a tremendous champion. Has done great things at the last few Manias. Last couple Manias, that is. She's good. But did I hear boos for Bianca is what I was noticing. Alexa shows up. People like Alexa, that's fine. This is not good. People can call it long-term storytelling and stuff with Uncle Howdy. By the way, they go into the crowd, and then Uncle Howdy shows up in this weird thing, and oh boy, it's all spoopy and everything, and ooh. You can like the stuff with Alexa, Bray, Uncle Howdy, all that stuff. That's fine. I don't. It's bad for wrestling. Put it in the Blumhouse production. That's all I have to say. So anyway, we get a cat fight and all that, and then we get Uncle Howdy showing up, and Alexa lays out Bianca. It's going to have some kind of stipulation because they have a match at the Rumble. Then Bronson Reed beats the shit out of Tozawa. Good God, I hope they use Bronson well. Tsunami! Also, I hope Tozawa's okay after that bad barricade bomb because that looked rough. Byron is with Seth. Whoa, 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 whoa. Seth Pheasant Rollins is fired up. The entrances, by the way, for this main event took about 14 years. They started that main event with 28 minutes. And by the time we got... The main event, by the way, Rollins, Miz, Lashley, Balor, Ziggler, and Corbin in a 6-way elimination match. Winner faces Theory on Raw 30. And Theory joins commentary. So instantly the blandness just went, actually the blandness didn't go from here, it went up. Because Theory is talented, he is bland. There is no developing a personality in that guy. So anyway, Rollins pins a whole bunch of people. It was well worked at times and then was also a mess. Even the producer agrees. He agrees. He doesn't understand why the hell they were doing that. As I point over there to a door where you can't even see him. Ba, 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 ba. So anyway, eventually Edward James almost shows up, and this becomes a mess because then he gets involved. Theory blasts, I believe blasts Lashley or Rollins. He blasts somebody. He blasts somebody with the goddamn title. I'm trying to remember. But then he blasts Lashley, and then was like, yay, and then almost tries to end him, which if he had just been able to just throw Theory over the announcer's table and preferably into the Cincinnati River, we would have been better off. But then almost gets stomped on the announcer's table. But then after hitting Lashley or hitting MVP with a super kick, for some reason he helped Lashley win. I don't know what's going on here. Lashley wins the match. So he's going to face Theory, and then they're going to have Almost. Maybe they're going to have Almost help him along with Cedric and Shelton. But then again, who's really the heel? Because Theory's a heel, and they don't know what they're doing here. And I sense shenanigans. By the way, next week is WWE Raw 30 with legends such as the Road Dogg. When is the Road Dogg a legend? If only Bullet Bob was still here instead of Road Dogg. Sean Waltman, X-Pac. X-Pac is much more of a legend. I mean, that'd still be stretching the term, but he's quite good. Undertaker's there. A few other people. Ron Simmons, because they have to make him do the thing. Teddy Long, who's going to announce the match with The Undertaker, who will be there. Ric Flair will be there. Shawn Michaels, who will be keeping one eye on Raw 30 and one eye on NXT the following day. And the Bellas. Yeah, because the Bellas are legends. Whatever. The producer's getting pissed. He's going to go kill something for me. Or go kill me in my sleep, possibly. Anyway, agree, disagree, what I said. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.